Someone asked a great question today, actually in my online pilot course for my Instagram class, and I wanted to share it with you here because I thought it was so good. And it's not a question I often think about, but I thought it was so great because I think a lot of you out there think of this. And if you do, I hope this helps. So the question was about confidence in your marketing. She was particularly asking about confidence in your Instagram makeover. So as you're making these drastic changes or tweaks that seem drastic to you, but maybe not so much to the rest of the world as you know it on Instagram, as you're making these changes to your bio and to your feed and your look and feel and all of this, and you're considering your content and making changes there, how can you have confidence going forward that this is the right move for you? And my answer to her was this, and I'm going to tell you also, I would expand this not just to Instagram, but also any marketing effort that you make, any branding effort that represents a change in your brand, course of direction, anything. How can you have confidence that you're making the right move forward? And so my answer to her was this: if you're concerned and you're worried on any level, a great way to have confidence is to go get some market research. And I like a couple of sources. So, this doesn't have to be extensive, especially if you're a solopreneur. There's a couple of little checks you can do. Check with your friends, number one, and then do a Starbucks check. Okay, and that's for two reasons. So these are just light tests. What can you do just to make sure that what you did makes sense and you can have confidence in it going forward. So the friend check. I told this young lady that I use my sister as a wonderful friend check for things I do when I want to make changes with A.D.S. She is one of the people I run it by. And why? Because I know that if I tell my sister something and I show her the idea visually, or I just tell her the idea verbally or whatever, that she is going to give me the raw, tell it like it is feedback. There is no sugarcoating here. It's either going to be great, it's good, or that's crap, I wouldn't buy it. And she is always going to be that straightforward, honest with me. I know it. I know that she is. So she is one of the people that I run it by. There's maybe some other close circle people, right, that you may run it by. You may have a hubby, a wife, someone very close to you. You may or may not decide to get their opinion, but you definitely want the people that you know are going to give you the honest opinion. Not necessarily who are always going to shoot your ideas down and never give you the green light, because you don't want the negative Nancy's who just confirmed that your suspicions were right and, oh, this sucks, I shouldn't do it. Don't go to those people. Go to the people that you know will give you honest feedback, good or bad, okay? Trusted, close family and friends, that's one. All right, so number two is the Starbucks check. And this is important because what you don't want to do is to always just rely on the close family and friends. And why? Because sometimes they're too close to this, just like you are. I heard this on a podcast recently. I thought it was so great, and they mentioned it as the curse of knowledge. So your close friends and loved ones who know about your vision for what you're trying to do, and they are in the trenches a bit with you. They are very aware of your dream and all of this, and they might even be familiar with the industry jargon that you're using, all those kinds of things. That is called the curse of knowledge. They're too close to it. They know too much. You need to go to some fresh people who've never seen it, never heard of it, know nothing about it. Go to them. This is especially great if you ever are doing a website rebrand. Do this check. I think it's so great. So what you do is you go to a Starbucks or any other such place like that, and you just walk up to people and you're like, I'm so sorry, but I'm an entrepreneur, I have a business, and I'm doing a website rebrand, or I'm just refacing my Instagram, and I want you to have a look at it just for 10 seconds. And then I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Is that okay with you? Of course, you're not on axe murderer mode or anything. So hopefully you're a friendly, somewhat charming person, hopefully. And they're going to be like, oh, sure. They're going to think that's neat. They're going to be like, oh, she wants my opinion. How cool. Oh, he wants my opinion. How nice. So hopefully they'll take a minute, pause 10 seconds, and give you your answers to your 3 questions. You're going to let them look over whatever it is that you have. Your website, let them scroll through it, 10 seconds only. Your Instagram, same thing. Let them scroll through it, read what they can, whatever. 10 seconds is over. Slam the laptop shut, and then ask them your 3 questions, whatever they are, whatever it is that you want to know. But for example, if it's a website, you can ask them, what is it that I do? What do I offer? They should be able to know that in 10 seconds. What do I offer? And then number 2, for example, they should be able to answer, how is it going to make my life better? They should have been able to extract that from 10 seconds. And then number 3, how do I get it? How do I buy it? Whatever, so that is what you want to be so clear about and test. If it's your Instagram makeover, for example, then you can ask people, look over it, that kind of thing, and ask the same questions like, can you tell based on what you've seen what I do, what I offer? Ask them that. And then ask them, how does that make your life better? If you were my target audience, hopefully they can tell who your target audience is. So how does that make my life better? And then they should remember some kind of call to action. So you wanted them to look at their website, or you wanted them to download something. Usually it's the link in your bio. They should know that, hopefully clearly from 10 seconds, even less than 10 seconds looking at Instagram. So all that's in the bio section. But they can also get a gist of it from your feed too, right? So that's another way that you can get confidence in your marketing efforts. Some quick little pulse checks. Ask the trusted friends, but remember they have the curse of knowledge, and then do the Starbucks check. It seems uncomfortable, however, you'll feel loads better knowing if a complete stranger can get it, then certainly your current audience can get it. Right? My last little note about this is number 3, ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? You have this new Instagram makeover, you put yourself out there in the world in a new way. What's the worst that can happen? Some haters are gonna hate. Whoop-de-doo, they're gonna do that anyway. Right? They're gonna do that anyway. So, and that's whatever. It means you're doing something right. So you get some haters, hating on your new change or whatever. I mean, really, what's the worst that can happen? If you can answer that question, you'll likely find that whatever it is that you're afraid of doesn't matter anyway. So the last thing I told my friend today was, give yourself permission to reinvent yourself. You are allowed to reinvent yourself. Your brand is allowed to evolve and grow, okay? And that's life. We're allowed to evolve and grow just like we do in personal, in our personal life. In our business world, we're allowed to evolve and grow too. So give yourself permission to do that, okay? And that is really it for today. All right, hope you enjoyed this. What questions do you have? Leave them in the comments below. I love chatting with you. I love seeing all the comments. And also be sure to connect with us at the A.D.S Agency, THEADS, like ads, like advertising agency. That's everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe below. Also hit the little bell afterwards, because that's how you're gonna get notifications about these videos in the future. Don't want you to miss them. And if you're listening to this on podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, be sure to subscribe there as well. And also give us a review. Leave some stars, leave me some feedback, some comments. I love reading the comments. I read all your comments, so make sure you do that too. All right, and that is it for today. Have a good one. See you next time, and cheers.